the weak Dolphins. Should be a good beat down.
Okay, NYKF 31 here, guys. Oh boy, where am I going to even begin? Now, for some reason, the audio commentary at some places goes in and out of sync. I have no idea why. And usually I would discard a video that has those kind of problems. But this dude just completely falls apart emotionally in such dramatic fashion that I just had to save it. And really, I felt sorry for him in a way, because his behavior is emblematic of so many things. It'll become very obvious that he's a nerd of the highest order, a textbook social reject, social degenerate. And I'll be somewhat easy on him because he's obviously a kid. But you have grown men who behave this way too. We had a grown man in the online franchise that I participate in who would just rage every game. He'd rage after winning. He actually rage quit after a win. First ever documented case to anyone's recollection. And, you know, I finally got so tired of him in the AIM chat just ranting and raving like a madman. I'm like, dude, if you hate the game so much, you're not having a good time, leave. Just leave. You know, take your antipsychotics, lock yourself in a dark room with a rocking chair, and leave us alone. So, my opponent is very confident in his skills. So much so that he went and got the best team in the game to square off against the mighty Miami Dolphins. So, here we go. We'll see how this plays out. As, ooh, Marshawn Lynch gets blasted. Someone in my last video asked me to do a video on how I play run defense. Honestly, I don't really do that much different than what everyone else tries to do to, you know, slow down all of these hyped up runs that everyone likes to do online. This gets overturned, thankfully. But, you know, what do guys like to run all the time? Power toss, bunch trips pitch, pistol strong power, pistol triple option, pistol read option, pistol counter, stretch, you know, wash, rinse, repeat. And basically, all I try to do is just position guys on my depth chart in spots where I have the best chance of getting block shedding, tackling, and pursuit. For example, my best overall defensive tackle in block shedding and pass rush plays my first defensive tackle spot, the 3 technique in the 4-3 over plus, under, and stack. He's harder to reach for double teams. I'll place my best block shedding defensive end out of my 2 at the left defensive end spot. My best block shedding pursuit tackling linebacker at the Sam. My fastest outside linebacker. My best combination of speed, tackling, pursuit at the will. And I'll put my best tackling and pursuit corner at the first corner position, so he's on that strong side. And from there, there's a couple of plays that I really like to help clog things up. And here's where the rage will begin. As I get the INT, and there's a second left that does not come off the clock. So I'm going to take the damn points. I got my INT. You wanted to force the ball, so I'm going to put the 3 points on the board. and that will just set him off on a cascade of rage that will slowly but surely build.
That was bullshit. He's lucky piece of shit.
He's just getting warmed up. You got to overcome adversity, my friend. If you can't
He got
overcome,
lucky. Fucking intercepts the ball and no time goes off the clock.
if you can't overcome adversity in a video game,
like a bitch,
then life is going to be awfully cruel to you, young fella. But as I was saying about the run, there are some blitzes I like to use against the run out of cover 2 hard looks or cover 6 type of looks that I'll get into in a future video. Aggie Cloud Star is one, for example. 4-3 stack, Thunder Smoke 2. I like running CB Dog Blitz at a 4-3 stack and 4-3 over. I do run over occasionally, but I make sure that I have my defensive tackles subbed in the spots I want them in. And from there, I just hope that I'm right, because you gotta extend so many resources to stop these overpowered runs that's gonna leave you open to other things in the passing game if you're up against someone that has any type of sense at all. And like right there was just a classic example of what I was talking about. I want to make sure that I have my corners crashing with an outside linebacker supporting where I think the run is going to go. If I'm wrong, what will happen is what happened in that run that set up the touchdown the first half, where my corner blitzed, but he ran right smack into a pulling guard because I had my linebacker in a 4-3 over on the strong side, my outside linebacker. Flex, I thought he was going to run, but he ran the opposite way and my corner was exposed. Now, I won't always run blitz, but I really like supporting the run out of cover 2 hard looks to get those corners. See, this is the mentality of these people. They think that being punished by the computer defender is a negative. Stop throwing to my computer defenders, and maybe they won't pick you off. But back to what I was saying, you know, I like to have. He thinks
he got like 3 computer picks.
He thinks he should be winning. What planet is this dude on that he thinks he should be winning this game? But you know, just because you have the Seahawks doesn't mean you're just entitled to a W. The entitlement mentality of our youth and our society in full display. And why in the world would you run commit in that spot? If you want a good little tip for online ranked games, don't run the ball on 2nd and short, 3rd and short. Because people are either going to run commit, run engage 8, or run cover 3 because they're afraid of run committing or running engage 8. So you can get a quick little dink over the middle. Or if they run commit or run engage 8, get something big down the middle of the field or down the sideline. In online ranked, I hardly ever run the ball early in the game in short yardage. Now he's going to try the triple option, but I know how to take away the pitch manually. There he tried to pitch the ball too late. He's going to try it again on 3rd and 18, but I'm covering the pitch man myself. So he's just, you can just sense. Now he thinks I'm cheating. Oh, this dude has just completely belted down. So yeah, for these.
I'm a computer pick.
Stop throwing into coverage. So, for these tosses, powers, and stretches, you know, have guys coming to play force either out of cover 3, cover 2 hard, corner blitzes, outside backer blitzes. Now, if this poor guy has such a problem with my defenders making plays on the ball and making him pay for trying to throw the ball into coverage, I don't know how he's going to cope with Madden 15. I mean, he might not get a first down. I play some of these guys now since watching the Madden 15 stream, and I seriously wonder how these dudes are going to score. Now, you know, I'm sure they'll figure something out, but I got a feeling that a lot of these guys who've gotten used to the game, bailing them out and making them look like better offensive players than they really are, I got a feeling that they're going to be doing some big-time crying, some big-time complaining. And I hope, here's what I hope does not happen. Who remembers NCAA, I think it was 12.
Against the monster pussy.
NCAA 12 had the best coverage when it came to zone coverage in
You wouldn't believe how lucky this guy
that
got
series' recent memory. And what happened is the online lobby and tournament player complained. They couldn't run their precious 4 verts into the teeth of 4 deep.
Run, cheap bastard. And George Costanza. No cheapskate.
Rage, young fella. It's really sad. It's really sad that this W that he's being deprived of means this much to him. But back to what I was saying with NCAA 12, I think it was, that guys were complaining that they couldn't run their little money plays out of zone coverage or against zone coverage, that EA actually caved and tuned the zone coverage down. I hope that does not happen here and they stick to their guns. If you're getting yourself crushed, adapt.
Try to get a lucky pick here in a minute.
So, I guess this guy's trying to salvage some pride. And what he's basically doing is committing a self-fulfilling prophecy. I mean, if you're just going to throw into leverage coverage like this, it ain't going to work out for you, buddy. It just isn't. You know, I will shade my zone to the sidelines, the middle, however. You can question my sexuality all you want, but you're still down 31-7 to the Miami Dolphins, and you've thrown 6 picks. You're getting sacked. You can't run. You can't complete a pass. Let's let Jim Moore tell us how this is going down.
Well, what happened was that second game, we got our ass kicked. Or the second half, we just got our ass totally kicked. We couldn't do diddly-poo offensively. We couldn't make a first down. We couldn't run the ball. We didn't try to run the ball. We couldn't complete a pass. We sucked. The second half, we sucked. We couldn't stop the run. Every time they got the ball, they went down and got points. We got our ass totally kicked in the second half. That's what it boiled down to. It was a horse performance in the second half. I'm totally embarrassed and totally ashamed. Coaching did a horrible job. The players did a horrible job. We got our ass kicked in the second half. It sucked. It stunk.
I think Coach Morris summed that up pretty nicely.
Little baby kicked apart.
This dude is just completely and utterly psychologically broken.
The computer intercepts it for him.
Shattered.
Get off me.
His composure just completely evaporating into thin air. He's now trying to get some shred of dignity to his name. I actually kind of want him to score. I don't want him to go to bed tonight thinking that his day was a complete failure and have him concocting murder-suicide fantasies in his sleep. I mean, I say that half jokingly, but the kind of people who do that kind of stuff are what? Losers whose lives are engrossed in virtual reality. I mean, this kid is probably someone who, you know, wears black nail polish.
Playing this garbage-ass dude.
Maybe weighs 95 pounds.
How'd he drop that?
Yeah, it wouldn't have been in bounds anyway, buddy. I mean, I even tried to show him some mercy here and there by calling some zone blitzes that I knew would not work, just to kind of relieve his suffering. But, you know, he couldn't even take that gift, so back to making his life
New York,
miserable.
she is a pussy. Go home, you little faggot ass pussy.
Rage, young fella. So, there you go. Another social reject bites the dust. Talk to y'all later. Peace.